Why did I decide to make a film about Mr. Rogers? Let's see. I think it was because it was the voice I wanted to hear. And there are a whole lot of reasons behind that. But really, about 5 years ago, a friend of mine who knew Mr. Rogers started telling me stories about him. And it just made me start thinking about him in a different way. And then it led me to start watching his videos on YouTube. And it just seemed like the kind of voice I don't hear anymore. I mean, I have this kind of idea that I've talked to my friends about, that, like, where are the adults today? Like, in our culture, like, where are the adults? Who's looking out for all of us long term? You know, who's not just in it for themselves or the short term? Where are the people who are actually taking care of things? What's interesting, because I think everybody has this relationship with Mr. Rogers. It's indicative of, in fact, a lot of our childhood things, which we love them when we're a kid. We become a teenager and we go, oh God, I can't believe I was into that. That was so uncool. And we kind of make fun of it. And then maybe when we have kids of our own or we grow up, we kind of rediscover what was magical about it in the first place. Mr. Rogers is the essence of that cycle, I think, in most people's lives. But the other thing was that it was important to understand that it wasn't just treating him like a saint. And in fact, Mrs. Rogers, when I met with her and discussed doing this documentary, the thing she said is, don't make him out to be a saint. You know, and I thought that was so profound and, you know, such permission she was giving me. But I think it was because she wanted people to understand that Fred was a human, that it wasn't just like he waved a wand, he appeared, everybody loved him, and it was easy, because it wasn't easy. And in the film, his show wasn't easy for him, that he grappled with this. And by understanding that Fred Rogers was a real human who did really hard work to try and make the world a better place and to show kindness and empathy, that we have some responsibility too, that we could do it too. It's not like on another plane, it's right here. But yeah, people say, oh, doesn't Sundance get old? And the answer is no, it does not get old. It is still like Christmas morning every time you show a film for the first time. And particularly on this film, I felt like it was a film that I lived with inside of me for so long, and it was something that felt very personal. And when you do a film like that and you show it, you think, it worked for me, I hope it works for some other people. And to see the way people reacted to the film, the kind of emotion and resonance it's had, honestly completely exceeded my expectations.